It is not just a matter of working for a specific goal. It was a matter of presence of unity. This is what we all have to remember. That by working together, we can achieve our goals quicker, better, and with less goals all around. Burma has been a troubled land ever since it achieved independence. In spite of the fact that the ethnic peoples of Burma decided to work together for independence, there have been disagreements, there have been armed rebellions, there have been misunderstandings, there have been all kinds of the most undesirable difficulties that would emerge in a country of many ethnic nationalities. We have to work towards a goal that all of us can agree upon. I believe that all the peoples of Burma wish to live in peace. We all wish to prosper. We all wish to think that our country is the place where we are safest. This is what we want to achieve. We want our country to be a haven of peace and security and freedom for all our peoples. In order to do that, we have to learn to understand each other. This is why we gather all these opinions together and work to achieve an answer that will be of benefit to all of us. All our people in Australia and elsewhere in the world, I'm sure, will be agreeable that this is a desirable goal. They will not deny that this is what we should try to do. Because of that, on this Union Day, I hope that we will have the opportunity to work closely together with all those who wish to promote unity in Burma, who wish to help Burma to become a true democratic union. I especially would like the people of Burma who are living in faraway places, far from their country, but still whose hearts are close to us, to try their best to make the world understand what it is that our second Panama will be, what it is that we are trying to achieve through a 21st century Panama. Thank you all very much.
Teaching traditional dress organized by Jain community and came out with a brief meaning of the dress.
Hello, viewers.
protected in Australia about being critical on issues. We can be confident that we ourselves will not personally suffer by being active around issues. But he is a person who actually endured incarceration because of his struggle for democracy in Burma. And it's great that he hasn't decided to retire and sit at home having cups of coffee, but that he still at his age perseveres and keeps up this struggle. So I thank him for his message and for his activity. And that activity by him and many others does have a very real impact. It has an impact, as we see, by people in Parliament being active around these issues. Only last week we had a hearing of people in Canberra, people coming along and putting the latest events in Burma and clarifying the issue of supposed calls to end sanctions, making it clear that any removal of the sanction is conditional upon the release of political prisoners and on real progress in regards to human rights. Now that is activity by the Burmese in this country, providing information, being involved in organisations of our culture, out there fighting for issues. So what Uktinta does is, in a broader sense, part of the political struggle, part of political progress. And that is why, in the end, Australia is amongst those that has been amongst the first to call for a UN commission into Burma. It is why our Prime Minister was in very close contact with the NLD leader once she was released. So I do thank you for that activity. On March this year, around Australia, people will go to thousands of events around Parliament. And that is about a country which says that people retain culture. Not everyone is the same. With a federal system which said that if people are Chino Kareni, or if they're Rohingya, or if they're Shan people, they will all be in one country, but it will be a federal system involving autonomy and rights for each of them. So that is what this country very much stresses. For all our faults, for all our ways we can improve ourselves, that people come to this country and they keep their culture. And I've been all the way from Mount Gambier in South Australia to Coffs Harbour, meeting different Burmese ethnic communities and seeing them keep their culture, build organisations, empower themselves, so that in the new country they retain things that are under assault, under attack in Burma. Burma's problems are not only about conventional suppression of trade union rights, the right of people to go to political meetings, have political organisations, the disgraceful events we've seen in the last elections, but Burma is also about those issues from Bangkok. It's about a government that does not recognise individual ethnic groups. It suppresses people that serving that for 30 years. He could never be accused for all of his corruption, for all of his suppression of opposition parties, of any of the inhumanity of the Burmese regime, but he was a survivor. And we've seen in the course of 3 weeks the collapse of the regime. It was interesting listening to ABC here tonight, people who were in the squares in Cairo saying, we did not think this could ever happen. When we went there 3 weeks ago, we did not believe this regime could ever be under threat or collapse. And yet we see a regime which is a major recipient of US foreign aid for many decades today collapsing. So we must have faith that seeking strength of this music, you are reiterating what was attempted in the late 1940s to build a federal government in Burma with the right